by copyright. I just got over a cold a couple days back. Hi, my name is Edward Huang, and I'm here to talk to you about a bill that's currently going through Congress right now, and the bill's name is called Bill S.978, or it's also known as the Commercial Felony Streaming Act. And it was proposed by Senators Amy Klobuchar, Chris Coons, and John Connery, I think that's how you say it, on May 12, 2011. Its intended purpose is to help artists and record companies and those people who help copyright artistic work to reduce piracy for those kinds of things. And we all know what piracy is, where it's illegally downloading this kind of content and not paying for it, which goes to contributions towards these artists who need these funds. I'm here to state that on my position on this, I do not support this bill, and the reasons will be clearly stated right now. I believe that the bill is, as it is now, not properly worded to translate what they want to do. I also think that it won't provide, it will cause more harm than it will good due to these loose definitions. So, as I stated earlier, the bill has been loosely defined, and it's stated as this: someone may be sentenced for up to 5 years in prison with a fine if you are caught uploading something that breaks a copyright 10 or more times within a 180-day period, or if by uploading such protected material you would make around, at the minimum, $2,500, or the protected material's value exceeds that of $5,000. Now, if you violate one or more of these conditions, you may be sentenced to prison at fine, and it is considered a felony by federal law. Now, the way this affects the general populace would be, as we all know, YouTube. A lot of people own channels on YouTube, and a lot of them do their own interpretations of protected materials. Technically, by streaming these materials, we can be considered breaking copyright infringement by the way this bill defines it. The thing is, a lot of people don't actually understand that what they're doing is breaking copyright infringement. The BSA, or Business Statistics Association, President and CEO Robert Colley states that the irony is people everywhere value intellectual property rights, but in many cases they don't understand that that they are getting their software illegally. So, a YouTube channeler who might upload a video of their daughter or their son doing a small karaoke song of any well-known song could technically be cited for copyright infringement. And if they were to do this 10 or more times, they could be sent to prison. Another point I have on this bill not being helpful for people is this bill would actually be detrimental to the economy in a small way. A lot of people understand, a lot of industries depend on YouTube for free advertisement from people. One big way is there are channelers who do walkthroughs or playthroughs for video games, and we all know how big the video game industry is rapidly growing. These people, they will purchase games, they will play through, provide commentary, and people like us will view it, and we will make decisions on whether or not to buy products based on their walkthroughs. Now, as the law is currently written, any company right now can already send cease and desist letters to people on YouTube to stop uploading footage of their products. A YouTuber named David, I could not find his last name, he avidly posted a video against this bill stating that a lot of channelers do make money from YouTube. YouTube did start a partnership program back in 2007 that given enough subscribers or enough popularity from your video, you may form a partnership with YouTube and you can earn money. A lot of people actually earn 6-digit figures from these partnerships, and and if this bill were to pass, these people would be unable to load these videos that are very crucial to their channels, which bring in revenue for them. If the bill does pass, what these people will have to do is they would possibly have to hire a lawyer, contact the businesses, and negotiate a contract of some sort or the rights to their to the products. Most companies would not allow this to happen due to the huge number of people who would send in requests, and this would just make it highly what's the word? Unprofitable. So that's all that I have right now, and thank you for listening.
Right. Well, you did a nice job telling us what the topic is. You're very specific about the legislation. Your point of view on it, in essence, comes down to that you don't support the bill, but you need a claim of fact on this. You do have a claim of fact that says it's going to have some harmful consequence, but that's buried so much in all of the stuff that you have at the beginning that it's hard to tell that that is, in fact, the inference that you want us to draw. It does sound like you have a couple of points that you're using to try and structure this. And once you get into the body of the speech, you signpost those pretty well, but you don't really preview them. It's mostly definitional stuff in that first section. So you need to have a little bit more organizational setup at the beginning of the speech. Pardon me. On the supporting information, you've got basic factual data that is included from the bill. I assume you don't specify that, but it seems to make sense that that's what you're talking about. You have one piece of testimony from the BAA president, and then you've got a vague reference to some YouTube guy named David who has talked about how this is going to impact their channel. Other than that, you're depending largely on hypothetical cases here. There's no quantification of what the impact is on either side. So if it's doing $10 billion in damage to people whose intellectual property is being harmed, and that's going to destroy the $100 million advertising business that some YouTube guy's got going with his channel reviews of a video game, then I could see why that wouldn't, okay, big deal. We lose those video channel review sites and we lose the advertising from that. That's not a good thing, but in comparison to the $10 billion worth of damage that's being done, it makes more sense the other way. Or conversely, if there's all this economic activity that is created by having access to this material, and that's going to be quantifiable in some way and we can measure it, then that's the way we need to talk about it, and that would support your argument a little bit more. But we don't get either of those kinds of things here. We don't get any quantification on that. It's very speculative. I thought you did a nice job presenting to the audience, trying to talk to us and relate to us and kind of put it in perspective. Like I said, without much quantification, it's hard to evaluate what the impact of it would be. I'm not exactly sure why I should be worried more about the guys who have a YouTube channel and upload material from somebody else than I should be worried about the people whose material is being uploaded by the guys with the YouTube channels. You need to tell me what the factual issue is on that there's more people are unemployed, or it has this amount of economic activity, or it's going to change the way people act subsequently. That's what we need. All right, thank you.